Welcome to the Growth Hacker Intensive Hackathon. 10 days to transform and grow your business fast. And today, this is the most exciting day of the entire 10 days, I think. Actually, tomorrow and the next day will be even more exciting because we're going to give you the how-to specifically. But today, we are doing a live growth hacking session on the fly with the winner of our contest. We'll tell you who it is. Actually, I'll tell you who it is right now because Mark, I need you to check your email. Mark Santiella or something. Check your email. We sent you a link to join us in the Hangout before everyone else so you can go through the session. Congratulations for winning. And the winner for yesterday, the person who won, the first person who won our badge for the Ripples is Carol, and I can't forget. I remember her name. Hold on a second. Carol Clift. So Carol Clift, you are the winner of the funnel hacking that Chris was talking about yesterday. That is responsible for making 5,000 to 10,000 a week in his juice and smoothie business. So congratulations. Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for playing and sharing and spreading the word and bringing your friends and acquaintances and business partners to this awesome hackathon because, seriously, it doesn't get better than this. So today, we also have both of our minds already on Periscope, telling the whole world to listen to them and not this hangout, like our friend Bishop here. and our friend Chris. Hey, Chris, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm here. It's so good to be here. I'm hoping that the right people get on so we can do this live growth hack today. And so I'm super excited about being here today on day 5. It's been something that we've been looking forward to getting to day 5 for quite a while. And so hey to everyone out there watching on Periscope. And also I want to say a big shout out to all the replay viewers. We haven't forgotten about you, and we love that you're checking this out. You know, even though you're not on live. It's so great that that you're supporting us, and so please fire in your questions because we've been getting all those questions, everything over the last few days. So today it's a live growth hack. It's either going to be Mark, and if Mark isn't here, is this Mark getting on? He is here. Fantastic. Well, that's good news. I'm glad that he is. I hope his video's up for it. Hey! It's good to have everyone out there. So have you got the cheat sheet from day 1? Okay, because today you're going to need the cheat sheet from day 1, which is going to give you the five pieces of a funnel of your pipeline. Okay, and it's going to show you the metrics we use and the quick start guide to getting out there. We're going to go through exactly what we went through with Clark on day 1, and so it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope Mark's ready to rock and roll. I hope, Mark, you have your camera and your mic and everything else there too, because we're going to absolutely love it. But today is us showing you what's possible. So we're going to go a bit longer today, right, Yifat? Not just half an hour. Yeah.
Not just half an hour, maybe 50 minutes or something.
yeah. So we're going to do that. We're going to do the session live. It's awesome to have you all here and have you live, but it's also to see you guys. Great to see you guys watching. So you guys should know the cheat sheet now. You should know how to do it. And remember, over this 10 days, what our intention is to show you and teach you how to become a growth hacker, how to have a growth tap in your business. So we've been taking you through a lot of stuff over the last days. If you've missed any of the recordings, yesterday we showed you how to build online sales funnels. The day before that, we showed you probably the most important thing so far, which is webinar sales, and webinars are absolutely huge. The day before that, we showed you how to make money using Periscope, okay? And the day before that, we showed you everything, basically what a growth hacker is and how to grow your business. Now, starting tomorrow, we're going to go step by step through how you build your own growth tap and how to have amazing growth in your business. So I hope you look forward to those days. So tomorrow we're going through your no-brainer offer. The next day, we're going to talk about where you're going to get your traffic from. The next day, we're building on your emotional clarity piece. After that, we're going to go through high ticket sales, how to sell and get your sales strategy nailed. And then the last day, we're going to bring it all together. So you've got to stay through the next 5 days. Today, we're going to show you just how good we are at building it. And I'm just going to flip my Periscope camera around because on the screen there, We have
Oh, let me
we.
show you. So, guys, this is where you're going to find the cheat sheet. Remember, you're going to go to replays, okay? Replays, click on day one, because this is when we talked about the cheat sheet. Click on day one, and right here on the bottom it says cheat sheet. So click on that, and it will open this cheat sheet. I can say that 5 times fast.
Yeah,
And then follow this. Then follow this as Chris is walking Mark through a live growth hacking session. Let's get started. Hey, Mark. Unmute
hey, Mark,
yourself.
you there? You might need to unmute yourself.
Yeah. Oh, you know
Yeah,
what?
can
I
you hear
think
me?
Mark has really, really slow internet connection. That was delayed last time in like super slow mode. So
Yeah, I
as
remember that.
what's that?
I said, yeah, I remember he had a slow internet.
Yeah, so let me, as Mark unmutes himself, hopefully he hears me in time, let me read you the description that he left on our contest. And I'll tell you what Mark's business is.
No problem,
So,
Christine. I know how important
hold on
gardening
a
can be.
second.
So
Bishop forgets to mute himself sometimes. Okay, so what do you do? And Mark said, I give people hope. What problem do you solve? 76% of Americans, actually, let me share the screen so you guys can read with me. There we go. Large enough? Yep. 76% of American people live paycheck to paycheck, so I love the fact that I can help people make it to Friday by showing them how to build a business that will afford them financial time freedom. Whether your focus is on general nutrition and wellness, maintaining peak fitness levels, increasing daily energy, or healthy weight loss, our superior liquid nutrition will help you meet your goals. People don't want a handout, they want a hand up. How is your product or service different? Our health products are all natural and contain a super nutrient that will benefit everyone and are proven by third-party independent studies. Our company is different because it has eliminated the overhead cost of running a network marketing business. This also allows you to receive free products to consume and share each month. We also have the opportunity to be paid 5 times a month, and our business is also inheritable, which creates true generational wealth. Why should you care? Imagine not having to stretch every dollar just to make it through the week, not having to tell your children no to having something because you couldn't afford it. We were put on this earth to prosper and live life to the fullest, not stress over how you're going to keep the lights on in the house. What growth challenges are you experiencing right now? I'm currently experiencing growth challenges due to lack of confidence in approaching prospects and the number of exposures to this amazing opportunity. So sounds like it's a nutritional network marketing company. And Chris, you have experience with that.
I do. And so, Mark, I'm not sure if you can type in to answer any questions because it doesn't seem like we've got your video or anything right now. So, look, network marketing is, how many of you have ever been in a network marketing company? People either love it or they hate it. And look, I don't have either opinion. It's not my preferred model of business. However, I did last year have a step into network marketing and absolutely smashed it. And I know exactly how to make it work and what some of the big problems are. So I'm really looking forward to helping you and getting it done. So any network marketers out there, or anyone not in network marketing, today you're going to learn a lot about how to grow a business in today's world. Because one thing that I think is dead, but this is what I think is dead. I think the idea of chasing and cold calling and pushing people and doing house parties and all the stuff that must have worked at some point for them to tell you to do it in a network marketing company. I think a lot of that stuff just flat is old school, and what I would rather that we do is, just like I said on day one, is we've got to go fishing, okay? We need to get the bait that's actually going to bait people in, and then we need to go fishing, and we need to think like a real business. And so I'm gonna start and really get going with it. But Bishop, how are you today, man? You've got a bunch of people on Periscope?
yeah, doing good, man. I'm here and excited about this because I know that there have been other people from the home-based business or networking industry that are a part of this hackathon that have reached out. And so, yeah, this is going to be something that can help you. I, too, It is not my preferred or number one method, but I too have done network marketing, and I've been on the advisory board actually of 3 companies. I've had owners put me on the advisory board to help them build out their strategies for the field and put together their comp plans, including billionaire David Siegel. And so I know a lot about it. I've been a top producer in those industries, and nothing is wrong with them. The good thing about them is that it levels the playing field for a lot of people. And I always believe that documentation beats conversation. The industry has created more millionaires than just about any other industry in the world. That's a fact. And so it doesn't matter, you know, what your education is, where you live, and all these things. So that's why people are attracted to it. But I agree with Chris. It took me years to get involved because I couldn't understand from a business perspective. I had a lot of friends that were making 100, 200,000 a month, etc. And I was like, well, that's great. I'm already doing that. And I said, the problem for me is I'm a business person, and when I'm building a business, I go after a target market. I don't go after, you know, I see you guys make a list and you talk to everybody and you go after everyone and you're signing up your grandmother, you're signing up your nephew, you're doing all these things. And then what happens is you're frustrated because your team isn't growing. And I get a lot of people that come to me for coaching on this industry because your teams aren't growing. And here's why. This is why you're frustrated and your teams aren't growing, and you spend 80% of your time trying to motivate people. Why? They're not your target market. They never once told you that they wanted to build a home-based business. They joined just because they know you and they're trying to support you, and it's your grandmother. So what I do and what Chris teaches is you go after a specific target market. I don't make a list and go after everyone around me. No, I create systems and funnels. I get leads of targeted people, and that's why we're able to grow very quickly. And I put in systems that my team and other people can use because it's all about that duplication. And so I'm excited about this one, Chris, because both of us can crush this. But one thing I'll say before we get started, and I have to just say this from my heart, there's nothing wrong with network marketing. But, however, I can tell you that while you're building your network marketing company, also build and brand yourself. Okay, this is so important because with network marketing, they tell you you have your own business and you're a business owner. You are not a business owner if you don't control the business. You can't control the marketing. You can't control if they merge somewhere. They could let you go because you marketed some way that they don't like. And I've seen people's commissions stop in an instant, in a single day. One day the company's there, the next day it's not. They kick them out. Always build something else, too, that you can control. Okay, I can't stress this enough. So now that we got that out the way, let's go ahead and dive into it.
So let's see first if Mark can if we can get audio. So Mark, can you get an audio? Just unmute yourself and let's see if we get any sound. And while you do that and try to jump in, let's just say hello to Carol. Congratulations, you're here, and we're so excited that you want the funnel. And we do want to hear from you. Like, what are you going to use it for? What business are you going to use that funnel in? And then hello to Ruth. Excited that you can hear us. I'm so glad, you know, that you're using Chrome and not Firefox, and you're with us here. And hey, Paul. Paul is still using Periscope and loving it. More fun every time he does it. And Susan, awesome seeing you. Hopefully we'll see you in here soon as well. So welcome, everyone. Welcome, Charlene. And let's see if Mark has some audio and if we can get into a conversation. And if not, we will just communicate with chat. So Mark, can we hear you? Maybe? That funnel in. Okay, so close one win. Okay, so Chris, you take it away, and I'll.
I will. I agree 100% with what Bishop said, and I think it's really important to understand this with your with any business. And so, whatever business you're listening to about right now, whether it's a network marketing business, whether it's a traditional business, you must build your brand and you must build your tag. Your funnel of people coming in. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. So the 5 pieces to create your tag. What was that?
I think that was
can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Awesome. Yeah, we can hear you, Mark.
In delay, but we can. Go for it, Chris.
Okay. So the 5 pieces to build your tap are still the same. Okay. Most people in network marketing have this problem, as Bishop said, is they are hunters And I am so against hunting, okay? I'm all about fishing. And so that's one of my biggest metaphors, and me and Bishop massively agree on it, is what you need to do is you need to hang something out there and attract the right fish. And so you have to ask yourself, first off, the first step that Bishop and I are going to go through today is make sure we get Mark's target market right, okay? So that is who they are and what's their problem, what's the frustration that they're looking to solve, okay? Now, we're going to go through this massively with you guys tomorrow to create a no-brainer. We're going to do it fast with Mark today. Next, after that, is you've got to find your traffic source, okay? So you need to think about, so now that we know who the fish are, who the clients are, what their problem is, we need to go, well, where do they hang out? So who, then where. Then after where, we need to then create the lead magnet. The lead magnet is the bait, Mark, and I don't think that anyone in network marketing, so just as a little caveat here, last year I started doing a webinar for a network marketing company. I exploded. It went nuts. We became the fastest growing team in that company. I still earn money off it right now, but I didn't love it. I didn't love it because I'm too much of an entrepreneur, and so it wasn't right for me. But so I just know flat that this works. So that's the third, and that's what the bait is, what pulls them in, what gets them excited. The thing after that is the landing page, right? So what's the hook? So how are you going to hook them? That's the landing page. And then the last is your sales mechanism. So I can come straight from experience. I could actually just give you something that I know that works, but it says you can't hear anything right now. So it looks like we're having technical challenges just coming at us, which is interesting. So that's going to be totally fine. So the first thing that I want Mark to consider is who's your target market? Like, in your industry, who are you actually targeting, and what is their big problem that they want solved? What is it that they actually want solved? So who is it? And so some of the times, you know, we think, I'm just going to write down all my friends. Well, do you know what? My friends, my family, they don't necessarily want to start a multi-level marketing business. And so what do? Is we do the opposite thing. We ring them and we push something on them, instead of just hanging out some bait like we're going to teach you today, and pull them in. I promise you, if you don't have to actually close somebody, if they come to you and they say, I really want this, and you say, look, I don't know if you're right for this, and they sell you why they're going to do it, they're in, versus actually pushing someone, which is what I see again and again and again. Okay, so Mark's responding. He says the ones, and I'm just going to take over the target market, then I'll throw it to Bishop for traffic just to make it easy. Is that cool, Bishop? I'll do step one. Yeah, sweet, man. I'll just do it. I'll do the first step. So the ones that he says, the ones that want to be healthy and want to help other people. Okay, so we probably couldn't go much broader. He's basically saying, I want to, and Mark, you're basically saying to me right there, I want to target, you know, the fish that kind of just want to eat something at some point and are of some size right now. So we need to get really, really clear about, are you targeting people who want to help others or who want to be healthy, and what age are they, and are you targeting males or are you targeting females? Because right now we're so broad, and if you want to put a marketing message out there, I can see Mark's jumped on my Periscope as well, so maybe we'll get answers from somewhere, right? And so at the moment, that is so vague. Okay, the ones who want to be healthy and want to help other people, we're like, we couldn't be more vague. Okay, because we don't even know where to start hunting for that. The first reason why you'll waste your time, you'll waste your energy, you will not get anywhere, you'll annoy other people, and then you won't even get the right people in your business, is because you're not targeting them properly. So I need to know, Mark, who do you want to target? What's the age range that you actually want, and what's their big problem that they want to be solved? So everybody write this down. We're going to go into this in more detail tomorrow. But you need to know the demographics, okay? So who the person is. You need to know what their big problem is. Okay, what is the problem that they're frustrated with? So Mark's given me two problems there. He said one is this healthy problem, and then this other one, they've got a problem that they want to help people. Okay, so you need to dive down into one of those problems. And then the second part of the target market is, well, what's the actual solution that they want? Okay, and what do they actually want? And that is when you get first steps. That's exactly what we're going through tomorrow. So we're having a little bit of a challenge here. So I might just open the dialogue up to Bishop, because I'm not sure if Mark can actually answer. So
let me just chime in and say that there we go. Let me tell you that I need to mute you. So what's really interesting about that is this is such an interesting psychology, right? And it's really interesting when most college kids, whether in college or just after graduation, they jump into network marketing because of all the promises and the stories of, easy money, look what I've done, here's my mentor, if he can do it, I can do it too. And then just make a list like Chris and Bishop were saying, and then you go and you hunt people. And what Chris just said, I think this is like the super key for everything, any business, regardless of whether it's network marketing or whatever. And it takes away the sales out of the entire process, right? Because if you find what people need and you have that solution, right? If you find that your best friend has a headache and you have Advil, right? There's not going to be a push like, take the Advil, take the Advil. It's like you already know what they need. You just say, hey, I got this, and then they come and take it, right? Whereas in most businesses, you go like, my solution is best for everybody, and let me just tell everybody why it's the best solution, and give it to them and tell them why they need it, and sell it and sell it and sell it until they don't want to talk to you anymore. So in any process, whether it's network marketing or any other process, right, you first need to understand what is the pain, and then figure out whether you have the painkiller, and if you don't, who has the painkiller, so you can be an affiliate or just send them there, or just partner or something. Just figure out what the pain is, right?
I love it. I love it. And here's the way that I like to describe it, right? If you're selling a scarf, right, and you've got scarves to sell. Hey, Anthony, good to have you on. If you're selling a scarf, right, you want to go find the person that's cold, that doesn't have a scarf. And I think that a lot of times we've got this, and we're like, this is the best healthy product ever. It's amazing, It's like walking around on a summer's day, go to people, this is the best scarf in history. You need to have my scarf. Here, have this scarf. This scarf, you've got to have it. Have this scarf. It's the best scarf. Look at all the details. Look how great my scarf is. And people are going, look, I would rather a cold drink right now. And I feel that that's the biggest problem, especially in network marketing that people have, is that they're not first thinking, okay, who actually has the problem and
who's
what problem
right
I'm
now?
going after. What's that?
Right? Who's freezing right now?
Yeah. And so then, so Mark, the first question, and if you're there, type in, man, because I need to know. You've said to me, and guys have just jumped on Periscope who are here new, and replay viewers, make sure that you're adding in what you want to add in. We're just helping Mark live. We're just having a few tech challenges. We're on the very first step of building out his GROWTHHACK, and it's about actually getting targeted right on to who he's after and what their problem is. He said to us that the person he targets is the ones that want to be healthy and then want to help other people. And this is so common. It is so common when I sit down with a business owner and I first ask them, what problem do you solve and who do you help? And this was the same with Clark the other day. He said, well, I can help everybody. And it's like, okay, great. And the problem with it is if we don't get this done first, everything else won't work. Because think about this. If I've got a health product, I can help someone who's 25 and someone who's 55. But the languaging is going to be different on the page. I might say this is an awesome, amazing, great, epic product to the 25, 26-year-old. But if I use those amazing things to the 55, they're not going to see it the same way. And then one might be advertised on an app, and then the other one might have to go in the newspaper. Like, it's completely different. And so this is the very first place to start. And Mark, I would love for you to type in and give us something here. But Bishop, I'm sure Bishop has something to add.
Yeah, and I'm loving this whole conversation here again because Fat's right. As soon as people go to college, they come out and they join home-based businesses and stuff. And again, Chris and I aren't against them. I'm part of them. I build big companies. I've been on advisory boards, and I have nothing wrong with it because I love leverage. I'm all about leverage. I love to get checks in after after I build it, and then the checks keep coming. But here's one of the things. Also with what Chris is talking about is I can guarantee you that in the home-based business industry, everything is strategic. You've heard Chris and I talk about JVs and partnerships from the very beginning, the very first day. So here's one of the things too I want to ask too is, are you focused more on customers or are you focused more on team members? Because there's a difference there too between customers and team members. And I can tell you from experience that people join with leaders, okay? In the network marketing industry, you have to position yourself as a leader. And if you are skilled at positioning yourself as a leader, it will be easier to sign people up because they will come to you and wanting to join with you. And so how do you position yourself as a leader? Number one is you want to be actively involved in your team, right? And so here's what happens. Like the last one that I was a part of and still do a lot of stuff with, this is what we did. So from the very first day I got involved, I sat down with my good friend and my business partner, and I said, okay, here's the strategy. We branded ourselves. We put together our own team name. We had all these cool graphics and videos that we did. We created a culture. We also created a culture of exposures. So we were doing webinars every single day, multiple times a day. We helped our team have a lead system. All of these things that were in place for duplication and helping the team. I'm speaking on all the webinars. I'm on all the trainings and all the hangouts. Why? Because I'm positioning myself as a leader, as an expert, and I'm presenting live at meetings. And when you position yourself as a leader, you also attract other leaders. So the people that you see that come into this industry and crush it, one of the reasons is because they also, as soon as they join, they sign up other leaders. That's really the key. I'm just being honest with you. When you see, oh, this guy got in and now they're making $100,000 a month, it's because they brought in their key leaders who also have a big database. Remember, Chris and I talked about JVs and affiliates and all that kind of stuff. So when you're building these relationships and you position your key leaders in, and all of a sudden they're bringing their whole teams in, this is how people come up to the top income earner level very quickly. That's the truth of the industry. And so you have got to position yourself as a leader instead of sitting there waiting for your sponsor to do everything. Be the leader that you want to follow, and you will build a massive team. And so one of the things is that in this industry, you have to promote. Don't wait on the company. Like the one I'm a part of, people never even hear the company name hardly. They just know our team name because it's about creating that culture. And in this industry, the powerful thing is when you create a solid culture, they'll go with you anywhere. It doesn't matter what company you're with. And in this industry, the truth is, it's really little about the product. People are looking for freedom. People are looking for residual. And remember I told you earlier, sell what people want, give them what they need. If you focus on product, you're building wrong because that's not what they're buying. That's just the truth. People buy all these products all the time, and they're just stacked up in their garage. They never use them because they want the freedom. They want all of these things. So if you can, people sign up with whoever they think is giving them the best chance for success. So for example, I had a lady email me today for the one that I'm involved with. Don't even know her. I signed up 2 people this week. Today she spent $2,000. Yeah, she spent $2,000. And here's what she said. She said, I found you on YouTube, and you seemed like the most knowledgeable person about this company, about these products. It was amazing what you were talking about. I've got to sign up with you right away, me and my son, etc., and buy these products and be a part of this. Why? Because she saw that I was the most capable person to help her succeed. I'm positioned as an expert, everything that I do. So that's one of the things that you have to do is figure out how you can position yourself as an expert. So you want to be very visible. You want to have YouTube videos. You want to speak on all the calls. You want to be the one doing webinars and all of these things. Because why? When you go to prospect someone and you send them a video or they go do their research and all of a sudden they see that you're everywhere, they're going to think in their minds, okay, this person's committed, right? Because everyone just about has joined one of these companies where they sign up with someone and then that person's gone. Everyone knows the story. You sign up and then you have no help. You have no one there to help you. You have no team support. You have nothing. So when you show them that you're serious about this and you're not going to just jump from company to company to company, it's going to be so much easier for you to recruit people. You have to have solid leads coming into your business every single week, okay? You have to have leads. Every business needs leads. And we're talking about targeted leads. We're not talking about the other nonsense. So I would figure out about your company. I would do tons of how-to videos on YouTube, like how to do certain things in your company, how to understand the comp plan, how to go through the back office, and if your product is a health product, talk about how this can help you, etc. Drive traffic not to your company's page, but to a landing page, your own capture page, where you're branding yourself, okay? Also, if you want to attract other people, learn something about the industry and provide value for the industry. So you can create a capture page that doesn't talk about your product or company. No one cares. I can tell you, no one cares. What you do is you position yourself and say, hey, you guys, go ahead and opt in, and I'm going to show you how I've been getting 10 leads, free leads a week for my home-based business. Now you're having people coming into your funnel that are not just interested about your product, but they're business builders. And that's what you want. You want business builders. You don't care that someone loves your juice. Okay, I mean, just to be honest. You want business builders if you're going to build this business fast. So provide value in the industry, get people that are interested in that. They're going to see you as a leader, and I can guarantee you, even if they're with another company and you build those relationships, you can convert them over to your business. I do it all the time because, again, they're not part of a company for the product. I can guarantee you that. So here's one of my systems that I will tell you.
Before you go there, Bishop, before you go there, something really, really interesting is happening right now. And I think, Chris, you're probably going to agree with me that this is the epidemic, right? This is why people are not succeeding in business. And what's happening is Mark cannot be with us on camera, so we're chatting. And Chris keeps asking Mark what is the problem that he's trying to solve, and Mark cannot come up with the answer. So say I am your client, right? And I think that the problem that I'm solving is really giving you a health drink. But like Bishop just said, that's not why people come. They don't come for the health juice because there are a billion other ways to, you know, stay healthy and all that stuff. They come for the opportunity. They come for the leadership. They come for the culture. They come for what you bring to the table. So if I were your client, Chris, and I can, you know, we're doing this strategy session, right, one-on-one, and you ask me, what's the problem? And I tell you, it's the juice. People need my juice. Then how would you take me through that process?
Well, that's it's a good question, and and that's why I keep asking Mark. So you guys have seen that off camera here. I keep asking Mark, what is the problem that you solve? Okay, you cannot, as I said, you can't if you don't know what the problem is you're solving. How will people buy anything? Okay, but he keeps on jumping straight into a solution, and the problem is because he has got into this. And he's gone, wow, my product can help everybody, and I can have all of these people, and I can help them start businesses here, and I can start health here, and I can do all these things. And so what he's doing, and this is likely happening in your business, double tap on Periscope, or just say me if you're out there watching, and replay viewers, I will find you, write me in there, and just say if you're just going round and round and around in circles, because you're just trying to chase everybody, okay? When you get clear on who you're after and the problem you solve, it's so relaxing. Because then you know where to put your marketing. Then you know whether the person's right or not, okay? And Mark's just said correct here on my Periscope, so he's everywhere but nowhere, which is funny. And so it's good to hear. So here's what we're going to do, Mark, is we're going to build you out right now. We're going to just double this, and we're going to double it for you, okay? You're going to get double value, and all listeners, you're going to get double value. We're going to show you right now how to build 2 funnels, because you are so split right now that there are 2 funnels sitting inside, okay? One funnel is somebody who has a health problem, who's having way too much sugar, and that between the ages of 25 and 30, and they're having too much sugar, and he's got a great energy drink that will replace what they're spending, okay? That's one funnel. That's the first problem. That's the first target avatar. The second funnel is the one that me and Bishop know, and everyone else knows it, and he's not talking about it, but it's the person that actually wants to start a business, okay? First step when you're building out your tab is you start with your target avatar, TA on the cheat sheet, target avatar. So we're going to do 2, and then I'm going to go to throw it to Bishop, and Bishop's going to be able to try to share some insight as much as we can here with trying to get it done. Is the next step is traffic source. So we're going to think about where is the traffic source for the people that want to start home-based business, and then where is the traffic source for the people that want to start their health problem. So that is the next step you need to be thinking about, Mark. Mark, it sounds like this to me. You just want to, you've got so many, you're going to have to pick one, but because we can't communicate with you, we're just going to pick the 2 easiest ones that I'm already seeing, and we're just going to start building it out. Otherwise, we're going to be here for the next 5 hours, and I'm going to have to start charging you a lot of money for that. And I don't think that's too bad. So we got half an hour. So Bishop, are you up for it, man? We'll build 2 separate funnels. We'll do one that's
absolutely, bro. Let's rock it, man.
Cool, man. Of course you're ready. This guy.
He's like everyone watching. Let me just say for everyone watching, take notes, because this is not just for the home-based business industry. Remember, Chris and I said from the beginning, the reason we're able to build multiple companies and the reason I have 11 companies is because the process is the same. It doesn't matter what industry. Remember all the growth hacking 5 different things we talked about at the very beginning? We're still applying the same exact thing here for network marketing. It's all the same, so you guys got to understand these processes. So take notes. I don't care if it's network marketing or not, because this is the same stuff with your company too as well. All right, Chris, go ahead, buddy.
Right. So now that we've got 2 target markets. Okay. Now we know the fish that we're targeting. Okay. First thing, and we're going to go through that with you tomorrow, is getting that right. It's going to be 30 minutes. It's going to be for you to figure that out. So don't stress if you haven't got that, okay? But that's the first thing, to be able to build out your tap. So second step is traffic source. Now, when Bishop and I look at traffic, okay, we're going, okay, this is who we're after. Now we've got to think, where do they hang out? Now, a lot of you are fishing in the wrong ponds, okay? You are trying to target people who are 60 years old and you're on Instagram, okay? And they're not there yet. They're coming, but they're not there yet, okay? Or you're trying to get business owners and you're not using LinkedIn. You're on Facebook, all right? You're fishing in the wrong pond. So what we need to do now is, now we know who we're after. We've got these 2 separate avatars. We need to think, where are they? Now this is going to be on day 7. We're going to go into this even more. But Bishop, we have 4 main ways that we do it. We have paid advertising, partnerships. We have stuff that we do that we control, so our lists, and then the last one is we have organic. So Bishop, I think the easiest way, man, is should we just give Mark some ideas of where he should be going with his traffic source for each funnel,
yeah,
each tab?
Absolutely.
Cool. So if I was you right now, if I was sitting in your shoes, Mark, and I say this to everybody, the fastest way for you to find traffic is through other people. I say it again, it's through other people. Partnerships is the fastest way. So what you need to do is you need to think, okay, so who is out there, all right? Who's out there, Mark, who has contacts with your people? How can you create a partnership with them? Now, in your industry, that's going to be super tough unless you create a product on the front, right? Because they're not going to want to just promote for them to be on your team, okay? So you're going to have to look at a few different places. So you're going to have to find something to build a list, and we'll talk about that with a lead magnet in a second. You're going to have to look at basically organic traffic, which I think would be really, really, really good. And you know, you're going to have to also think about maybe some paid traffic as well. Okay, so if I was you, what I would do, and I would follow exactly what Bishop's doing, is I would create a Periscope channel. I would create a Facebook page for both separate. By the way, these are 2 separate, okay? One is going to be for the people that are actually going to build a business, okay? Maybe you'll call it Home-Based Business TV, and maybe you'll do a Periscope every single day, okay? Or maybe you'll do the Home-Based Business podcast. You'll create something that people want to be a part of, okay, for that. And then maybe you'll do the I'm under 30 and I've got a health problem. So you might call it under 30 sugar-free group, under 30 sugar-free podcast, or whatever it is that's going to help you to build organic traffic. So that would be my suggestion right now, because I never go paid first, all right? I always build it with something that I can do that goes viral to create the traffic. And so that would be my advice. I would make sure that you listen to our Periscope. In a couple of days, I'm going to share with you about how to use podcasts and TV shows. We're going to do that on day 7. Today's day 5, so that's 2 days, which is great. So Bishop, that's what I would suggest for him for his traffic sources. Do you have anything to add to that? And listeners and replay viewers, 2 days' time, we'll go through all of that in so much more detail and not so fast.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris is right. You do want to go with okay, cool, David. David on Periscope is talking as well. David, I'll get to that with you in just a moment, but we have a winner here from our growth hacker, so he has to get my attention first. And so, so also, Mark, one of the other things is that, again, YouTube traffic is powerful. I mean, we get leads over and over and over again from YouTube. So for the one that I'm building right now, I have a separate YouTube channel just for that, and I'm doing videos, how-to videos for that, and I'm driving that traffic, so I'm ranking on the SEO. So I figured out the different SEO keywords that I wanted to rank for that had to do with that particular niche. Okay, because here's the thing. If your company starts getting a lot of momentum and excitement, people are going to do research before they join. And where are they going to go to do that? They're going to go to YouTube, right? And so if they put in your company name or that product name and they see all these videos and it's you, now you're positioning yourself as an expert and they're going to go opt in to your capture page. Okay, so that's, I mean, we get hundreds and hundreds of leads doing that. I sign up tons of people just from the videos that I never even speak to. I had a guy from the Middle East 2 days ago join and bought a very high-end package, and he never even contacted me. I mean, he never even reached out to me. He just did it on his own. And that usually doesn't happen. I like to build relationships. So in your funnel, too, you want to get them on Skype or something, build that relationship with them, see what their needs are and their pain points. So that's one of the things I would do. And also, I would, in addition to that, I would pay attention to the type of funnel that you put together. Okay? Now, here is a ninja strategy for you guys. Okay? And a lot of people don't do this. So I have a special funnel. People come to this funnel, and again, I'm not talking about my company or product because I know people don't care. So it's a funnel where I'm talking about how to get more leads and how to master and build your home-based business. I got it, Chris. I'm on it. But I got to provide this value, man. I got to provide this value. And so, so with this, they come, right, and they opt into this funnel. And inside the funnel, there is one page that has multiple videos on the page, okay? Now, the first video is very brief. I'm introducing myself. It's only like 3 minutes long. Then the second video, I'm talking about the problems that people have in the home-based business industry and why they're not successful. Okay, I get straight to the pain point because the majority of people in the industry, 80% of the people are just like you. They're not making money. They're not building businesses. So I talk about that, and I see you that looking at me. I'm trying to look at Mark. I'm looking at the camera now. So I talk about that in the next video. Then in the third video, I talk very quickly about our product or service or what our team does. I give them value about, hey, on our team, this is what we do with our company. This is what it is. Again, not going into detail and you know, just hours worth, just something really quick. With our product, we do this and that. The fourth video, and here's the key of the fourth video. In the fourth video, I say, by you clicking the button right now, I want to work with you, Bishop. I'm going to give you this exact funnel that you just went through so you can build and grow your business with our team if you join us today. I'm immediately providing them value. This funnel right here, you guys, has created a tremendous amount of income for me. I have signed up hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people from this one funnel. Why? Because I identify who they are. I immediately talk and present them their problem, and I present them the solution. Hey, this system right here I just built, I'm going to give to you for free.
And you know what's cool about that?
And I'm going to show you how to get the traffic to this funnel, and together we're going to build you out a business. That is my magic funnel for network marketing that has made me hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in 7 figures in the industry right there, my friend. And I didn't mean to give it away, but I'm just excited to help.
And you know what's really cool about that? That takes away the biggest challenge of network marketing, which is exactly what you guys said. You go to your friends and family who are not interested in your opportunity, and you put that bait out there for those who are interested, and then those who found you, they found you without you having to sell and push and convince and do all the rigmarole that network marketers have to do in order to get clients. So they find you online, and now when you contact them, if you ever happen to contact them face-to-face, they're already interested. So now you're not selling, you're educating, you're supporting, you're growing, and which is a completely different type of energy, right, to work with, right? Now you feel like you're providing value rather than trying to convince someone to get out of bed and, you know, sell something. And it's you know, it's like you said, the internet. If you put something out there on the internet, there are so many people that can access it, way more than the list of friends and family that you can go and meet face-to-face and try to convince. So taking that funnel that Bishop just shared with you guys, all of you, and Charlene was saying, I think Charlene or Susan were saying, this is so awesome. This is exactly what I need to hear right now. I'm also in network marketing, and this is exactly the type of information I need to hear. That's Susan. So our viewers are getting tons and tons of value from this, and I think if you just created those 4 videos, listen to the replay again, create those 4 videos, put them in a funnel. Join us the next 4 days, 5 days that will show you exactly how to dive deep into each one of these steps and just drive traffic, right?
That's it. I mean, I was with a company, we brought in tens of thousands of people, myself and 2 other big marketers, by using that funnel right there.
And it's beautiful because it's like everybody wants to be helpful. And the challenge is like you don't know how to be helpful on the internet because it's kind of faceless. And what you just described, it's like you introduce yourself, so now we're friends. And then you're offering value, so already you're helpful. And then someone comes and say, wow, thank you, you really changed my life. And now, you know, there's a different dynamic.
And video number 2, identifying the pain points about why people struggle in network marketing. See, and the cool thing is that funnel has really nothing to do with the company or the product, because we already know that's not what it's about. That's not what people are really joining. And so that's why it really works. So really good.
So I think we just solved Mark's problem. Mark, what you need to do is forget the company, build a funnel. Right?
That's it. That's it. Because if you're just relying on the company, as Bishop said, you've got no control. It can go away again. So what Bishop got into is after we did traffic source, his videos. That's called a lead magnet. Okay, and that's step 4. Lead magnet. Sorry, that's step 3. Okay, in our 5 steps. So you've got to have that lead magnet. Now there's different types of lead magnets, and the reasons why Bishop's was so good, because it does emotional clarity. It actually helps a person decide on to take the next step. See, you don't just want to give them something and then they just get this lead magnet. I like to also call it a bait piece, because then I understand that I'm baiting the person in. But you don't just go fishing to give away the bait. You go fishing to hook the fish. And so that's the important thing, is that you've got to create a lead magnet, Mark, for both of these industries that gets the person, and you go through what I talked about with emotional clarity. We're doing this again on day 8. You're going to create your own emotional clarity, your own lead magnet, so that you can actually get something that gets people moving so they buy something, okay? Ethical bait, ethical bribe, I've heard others call it as well. So that's the lead magnet, okay? The next thing that Bishop talked about, okay, because see how unconsciously competent he is at this? Every time it's the same 5 steps. The next thing he talked about was your landing page, okay? Now your landing page is where somebody lands when they get, how they get your lead magnet. So step 1, okay? Step 1 was to get your target market, get that right. We chose 2 target markets because we had communication problems. Step 2 is figure out where is the traffic going to be, Mark. Step 3 was a lead magnet. Bishop gave you a done-for-you lead magnet right there. So I hope everyone listens to that again. He just dropped knowledge bombs all over you guys. It was like crazy right there. I was taking notes, okay? So that was nuts, and that's your lead magnet. Then it needs to go on a landing page, so that landing page when you're fishing is the hook, okay? Because you actually get their details. When you get someone's details, you hook them. That's when you can then take them to the last step, which is your sales mechanism. We're going through that on day 9. So I want to add in here, Mark, when I created a really strong business with network marketing, my sales mechanism was a webinar. And we told you all about webinars as well. And I just got people on a webinar after I gave them something. From the webinar, we were enrolling. We got to 1,000 people in our company within the first 2 months, and it just went crazy. I still earn income from that. As I shared with you, it's not my favorite method. I like to change things too much, and really, for me, the amount of time that network marketing took me away from my other companies that were earning 10 times as much didn't make sense. But look, not everyone has the companies I do, so I still think it's a great option. And so that's the last step. Your sales mechanism is what Bishop and I like to call it. So those are the steps. And look, everyone listening, Mark, I know you've got a ton of value out of this. There's three different types of your sales mechanism we're going to go through on day 9. Okay, you either sell one-on-one, and I'm going to show you on day 9 the 2-step high-ticket one-on-one strategy. And when I say high-ticket, I'm talking about my $100,000 and my $1 million sales that I make. Okay, I've got a 2-step strategy for that. I'm going to give that away. We're just going to show you another way to sell one-to-many on top of what we've already done, one-to-many, meaning one person to many of you. And the last way, we're going to show you how to sell 0-to-many through videos and all sorts of different scripts. We're going to give you that on day 9. Those of you who want to get your landing pages sorted, that's going to be happening as well. We're going to be showing you lead magnets. We're going to get it all done over the next few days. So Mark, like, this has been real. It's been interesting with the challenges, but I hope everyone's starting to see how quickly, when you understand these 5 steps, and if you've seen this one and you've seen Clark's one, you know that we just do the same thing every time. When you get this knowledge, I want you to write this down. You invest in something bigger than your company. You invest in your entrepreneurial value, because these steps, okay, they don't change. Tactics might change. You know, Facebook might change. Facebook changes all the time. You know, Instagram changes. Periscope comes in. The tactics can change, but the overall 5 steps, this does not change. These are the same 5 steps that have been used forever to be able to build your business and build it fast. We're also going to talk about the 5 pieces of your pipeline, your 5 pieces to your product path, and then we've also got a 7 steps to launch really quick. That's all on that cheat sheet, and I hope you guys have absolutely loved this session. Are we opening up for questions today, Yifat?
No, because we only have 10 more minutes and you guys are tight on time, but we will do that tomorrow for step 1. I just want to add something else. One of the things that really separates you guys from other gurus and experts and all that stuff is that because you are so good with what you do, you can have anyone jump in and just walk them through a process. And what gives you that confidence in doing that is the experience that you have in doing this so many times. So all the people who are doing network marketing, and when you just started, you're probably like Mark, where you don't have experience, you don't have a lot of proof behind you that you can actually generate the money, and that really, that's the one thing that prevents you from going out there and being confident about your ability to generate a business. But if you just do what Bishop and Chris just shared with you, 5 videos, money starts coming in, experience starts coming in, your team is being built, right? You have a real business that is yours. You'll be surprised how very quickly all your friends and family all of a sudden come to you and say, hey, what are you doing? How are you making all that money? And now you don't have to convince them because they want to duplicate exactly what you're doing. And you already have a system to give them. So again, you're doing exactly what you set out to do, which is help your friends and your family and everybody else out there. So I love this. It's so simple, and we are so good at complicating stuff, aren't we?
Yeah, you just said it. We complicate the process, and it's a simple process. And the last thing I'll say to you, Mark, is, well, not the last thing, but I'll give quick advice. I don't know if you're doing this or not, but social proof is so important now that we have social media. But this is not social proof. It's showing a big stack of cash, okay, and tables full of cash. Don't do that. You're doing that, but a lot of people in network marketing do that. Don't do that, okay? You're not attracting the right kind of people to you, and people won't take you serious, and it looks scammy. This is a real business. People buy the lifestyle. So what I mean by that is when you're posting on social media, you're excited about something. Hey, you guys, I'm really excited. I just finished this cool growth hackathon. Or, hey, you guys, I'm getting on a amazing webinar right now. My team just crushed it, and show pictures of you guys going out to eat and hanging out and all these things. All of a sudden, what's going to happen is you're going to have people that are instant messaging you on Facebook saying, hey, what is it that you're involved with? I mean, it looks like you're just having so much fun and a lot of good things are happening. That's what I do. You never see my Facebook page with links all over the place. Never. You never even see me mentioning companies all over the place. Never, because people are constantly sending me messages every single day. God, if I could show you, every single day people are sending me messages. What is it that you do? I would love to be a part of what you do. So listen to that. They tell me they already want to work with me, enjoying whatever it is I'm doing. Why? Because, again, I know it's not the company. It's not the product. They're like, I don't care what you're doing, Bishop. I just want to be a part of what you're doing, man. You guys are having so much fun. You're always excited. You're always doing things. You're always on these webinars, and you're doing these things. That's how you attract. It's called attraction marketing. Okay, so please don't post your link everywhere. People aren't clicking on them. They're not going. So attract people to you. Right? Now you're not chasing them. I don't chase people. Chris doesn't chase people. I will never call someone who's like, please, get on this webinar, please. You got to sign up. Make your list, please. I don't do all that kind of stuff. It's nonsense, right? And so the problem is a lot of people teach that, and it's not the truth. And a lot of times the sad part is the ones who are teaching it are the top income earners, but they're the top income earners because they brought their other leaders in. And they're not really telling you that. It's because what top income earners, I signed up to my speech, and they brought them over, and that's why I'm a top income earner. They don't tell you all that. They just say make your list and all this kind of stuff. But we're telling you the truth. We're not here to to blow smoke. We're here to really help you build your business. And if you're committed to your company, great. Get in there, figure out how you're going to get leads. You can get leads from solo ads. There's another solo ad. I believe it's Solo Ads HQ or something like that. I can send you the link later, but there's a guy in the industry. His solo ads are strictly just for the networking industry. So I can send you that link. He's a genius in it. His leads are hot and fresh, so you can get those going to your capture page, because again, it's all about targeted leads. But I would test everything first with free organic traffic before you start spending money. But when you're ready to get solo ads and different lead sources, contact me, because I know all the great lead sources that are very inexpensive, but I've tested them. They're good leads. Our teams use them, etc. But again, we don't spend money before we test. Test, make sure it's converting, then you can start adding on the value and additional income to your business.
And if you want to know what to test, join us tomorrow when we are talking about how to create your no-brainer offer. So tomorrow, exactly same time, same place, you can already download the worksheet and follow that, and we will have a really, really awesome giveaway, which is the high profit niche product. You want to tell us about that before we end for today?
I will tell you about that, and I want to add something that I just took a note of what I wanted to share, and I love what Bishop said. Just put this in, like if you're watching the replay or you're on live, whatever. Just put in I would or I or something along those lines, so that I know who I'm talking to. If your biggest problem in your business right now is leads, just put that in. If the biggest problem that you have is leads, and here's what I need to tell you about this, okay? You don't have a leads problem. I've got all these people putting an I into Periscope. You don't actually have a leads problem. What you have is a funnel that makes money problem. Because, see, I've got a funnel right now. I've got so many different funnels and websites up there, but I've got this one in particular that is doing $17 earnings per click. Oh, hey, I can see that you've jumped on my Periscope. I just had to boot this up like a second ago. It's funny. It's like, what are you doing down here? And so I've got one that's doing $17 earnings per click. What that means is people that get onto the site, for whatever it costs me to get them in there, I'm getting $17 in my hand at the end, okay? What this means is, now that I know that, I can spend so much money on advertising. Here's a saying: the person who can spend, and this is from Dan Kennedy, by the way. This is Dan Kennedy, famous marketer, who says this. He says, the person who can spend the most money getting leads always wins. The person who can spend the most, that means you're going to make the most from what you spend. The person who can spend the most money getting leads always wins. Always. So you don't have a leads problem. You can just go get yourself on TV. You can go get yourself, you can just pay for ads. You can pay for subscribers. You can pay. But the problem is that you don't want to go pay because you don't know your return. And that is the biggest thing that I have to share. And people sometimes, they go to me, they go, oh, Chris, I looked at your website or your YouTube, you've only got this many followers. I'm like, because I don't care about followers. I got a funnel that makes me this amount, and I just go spend money over here. And this is a tap, everybody. This is what you're going to learn over the next 5 days, is how to build out your freaking tap. What that means is you know exactly how many people come in to how much money ends up in your bank account with total certainty. Okay, just write in if that's what you would really like to learn, because that's what we've been building up for the next 5 days. We've just been giving you a little bit of a scratch on the surface for these first 5 days. Now we're going to go into actionable steps so that you get it. No one has a leads problem. No one has a money problem. You just have a conversion problem, and you just don't have a tap that you know with absolute certainty makes money. Now, if you've been watching this for a few days, how many of you would just love right now for me and Bishop just to build you something that works? You heard Bishop just talking about, hey, I've got this funnel and it gives me this much. How many of you would like that funnel? How many of you would like my $17 earnings per click funnel? How many of you would actually just like us to build you a funnel for your business? Just type in a me or an I would or something, just so I know the people who would actually just like to get it done. Yeah? Because that's something you can have. Like, I mean, let's be real. Some of you need to understand this one thing, okay? Is that let the baker bake the bread. Now, my good friend Clark told me that the other day. He said, let the baker bake the bread. And I love it. I'm going to keep saying it over and over again, but he said it first. And this is what it is, okay? It says, if you're great at what you do, find someone else that's great at what they do. And if you've been watching this and seen this, and you know I've got 4 or 5 people out here saying that I would. Of course you would, okay? Because if you can see someone else has got a lot of value, get them to do what it is that works. So one of the things that Bishop and I do that's different to everyone else is because we're growth hackers, we have a bunch of funnels that we already know works, okay? And so for the people that work with us, private clients, we just go, cool, well actually you just do this. Here's why you want a mentor. And Yifat asked me to share my first mentor, okay? So my first business I started and it went down bad. Okay, I didn't know how to sell. I didn't know how to market. Then I got this mentor, and I was younger than I am now. I think I was like 21, 22 years old. And this guy said to me, he goes, Chris, he goes, the one thing you need to learn is sales and marketing. Don't worry about the product. Okay. I started with him in 6 months. I had 1 week. I had $250,000 learning what he showed me. And here was why having a mentor. So that was in 1 week. I had 250 grand, and that was pretty cool back then. Going, wow, look at all this money I spent it on cars and all sorts of crazy stuff that a 22-year-old would, right? And here's what I learned. I learned this one big thing, that having a mentor is the most important thing, because here's what they say. You ask them, you say, how do I do, or I want to do X, and the mentor says, I've already done that. Here's how to do it. Oh, but I want to do Y. No, you don't do that, and here's why you don't do it. You actually do this. Oh, but I've been thinking about how to do, no, actually just do it like this. And so what you do is you get to save time and money and energy and heartache and everything. And just let me know if you'd like to have this feeling in business. I know what I'm doing. Business is so relaxing. I just got to ask Chris. I just got to ask Bishop. So what should I do here? And Bishop just goes to you. Oh look, this is it here. And then he just goes, oh, and here's how to do your webinar. Oh, and here's my template slides. Just say that. I got a client, and Bishop has one too like this, where we just gave them the slides word for word. They just said it, and at the end, they just offered their stuff, and a ton of people bought. And that's what we want for you. So make sure you stick around for the next 5 days. Some of you are going to get an opportunity, and that opportunity is going to be to work for us for 3 and 6 months. Some of you are going to get a funnel built from us. Not everybody, but we're going to be offering and asking a few of you if you'd like to take that opportunity, because we want to have some more success stories. We've got a ton. But I want to ask you for the last thing for today is, I've got to tell them about the thing they're going to win tomorrow. I nearly forgot. But if you'd like to be our next best case study, then make sure you're on and make sure you show us how much you're loving what we're teaching you. And we're just going to keep giving you value for the next 5 days. Now, tomorrow you get to win something called the high profit niche. Because a lot of people, like Mark, are super unclear, okay? This is a 5-part video training that I put together. It's worth $500. I'm going to be giving it away. What the highly profitable niche, sometimes also referred to how to find your highly profitable position, okay, is this. Is if you are like Mark and like most people and you don't know where you should be going, the first thing this does is a 14-page hidden market questionnaire where I find your precise hidden market. The next thing you get in that product is you're going to learn how to do some market research. Most people have no idea how to do market research. I'm going to help you find your story. At the end of it, you are going to be in a place where you go, I know the fish that I'm targeting. So if you want to win that, then make sure you put an exclamation mark in now, and you put it in the recording, so I know the people that really want to win it. Because, by the way, I am watching the recordings. The replay viewers who are watching it, and I'll look for the people who put an exclamation mark in, so I know that that's something that they have a problem and they want to win it. Anthony in Vegas has just put a huge. Anthony, I need you to get into the Hangout if you can as well, man, so that we can give it to you. I'll give you guys a link in a second. But Bishop, man, that's everything from me today. It was a rock star performance. We had some tech challenges, but I'll leave it over to you to wrap it up if you want.
Okay, cool. So,
wait, let me just show you how excited people who are watching us are. It's like yeses and hell yeah and me and right here and by me and me and me and me and me and heck yeah and I love that and you guys are rock stars. Tons of love from our audience. So thank you so much for joining us and participating. And Bishop, close it up, man.
one of the things for all of you out there that are in the home-based business industry. Now, let me ask Mark or anyone out there, now that this just happened, right, and you were here, what can you go do right now or tomorrow or later on today that would be powerful and it would increase your business? Literally, later on today or tomorrow, would increase your business. What could you actually go do right now? That would
go get set up your funnel or your no-brainer offer.
Okay, so here's what you could do, right? Here's what I would do as an entrepreneur. Okay, you fat. Here's what I would do. Now, remember I told you it's all about providing value for your industry. This is how you attract other home-based business builders, because that's what you really want, is you want builders, right? So here's what you do. You go out and you do a live broadcast and you do some social media post, right? You record and then you record it and put it on YouTube. But here's what you do, is you simply go out there and you say, you guys, I was just on this amazing hackathon. I learned something really cool for every one of you in the home-based business industry that is absolutely massive. So if you want to learn these secrets really quick on how you could build your business, I got to share with you what I just learned that can absolutely help each and every one of us build our business. Do you know how many other people in the home-based business industry are going to contact you? Now they're coming to you because they're going to want that information. Remember, all we do is share information. So now with that one little post or that one little Periscope that you do or blab where you're sharing some of this information, guess what? Just that quickly, you're looked at as an expert. People that are in the dark in network marketing are like, oh, wow, this guy just learned some great stuff. But they're not even thinking about me and Chris. They're thinking about you. They're like, wow, this guy now is providing value for the industry. And I guarantee you, if you did that, all of a sudden you're going to have 5, 10, 15 new friends in the industry that are builders that are now looking at you and building a relationship with you because you just provided that value for them and you can convert them into your business. That's what a smart entrepreneur would do right now if you're in the home-based business industry. I would do a YouTube video, I would do Facebook things, blah, blah, blah. And if you don't have a capture page, say, hey, email me for more information. I can't share it all today. Share some of it and say, but there's so much more. I can't share it all today. Email me and we'll connect. That's what I literally started business today.
And on this awesome note, guys, now you have an action item, what to do tonight in order to move your business forward and how to position yourselves as the experts, not by just knowing. Like, this is the thing. I read it somewhere where someone said, you know, being an adult is just knowing how to Google for everything. So all you need to do is you don't need to know everything. You just need to know how to find that information. And whether it's online or video or people like Chris and Bishop here that say, hey guys, I know where it is. Here it is. And you send them to Bishop and Chris, or you send them to a video, or you write an article, or you find something. You become the curator. And actually, when you think about that, right, like CNN, Huffington Post, Fox, they're not generating their own content, right? They have journalists. They're just curating all the content from all the journalists that are working for them. And you know that if you want to read the news, you go to CNN. You don't care that Joe Schmo is the one who wrote the article. You know where to find news. So same thing about you. You want to be the expert in your niche, start curating. You don't have to invent everything, but curate them in a funnel that leads people to you with a lead magnet. You grab their email, they get to know you as the source of all information, and they follow you because you are the leader and you have the answers. So tomorrow, guys, like we said, you are one lucky winner is going to win the high profit niche program, and we'll tell you tomorrow what to do to win that, as well as how to create a no-brainer offer. So join us tomorrow, same place, same time. You know where we are. Periscope, come to hang out. Come on, we want to meet you face to face. And thank you guys, Chris and Bishop. This was awesome. I'm sure so many internet marketers and all those, you know, teenager kids really can benefit from this this information. So thanks, Bishop. Thanks, Chris. See you tomorrow.